because peace of mind, yeah, peace of mind. So then I cover that. So that's the part that I'm in our city. So I can just say, yeah, because each time I do one of these events, I'm yeah, because it's anytime I like concerts now, I'll be in person. It's fine. Yeah, you got somebody's. I think yeah, I think they want that. Which is fine. Like, what do you think? Yeah, so
So, good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out. We're going to have an absolute blast this weekend. My name is Daniel, and I am going to be your facilitator, MC, guy that you can put your head on, and you can cry to me because it's going to be a little bit of a hectic and high-pressure weekend. I just hit my 40th event 2 weeks ago, and that was down in Australia. So I have an absolute blast doing these. I've got my own startup and some other things that I do, but I do this because I like being around you all. And whenever Columbia has a little bit of a history with Startup Weekend, and some of the teams that come through, and I actually use Columbia and the companies as an example whenever I go around the world and speaking about what can happen. So I knew about you all without knowing about you all. Right? That's one thing to do. So they ask us all the time to tell us. Make us tell you, these facilitators that go around the world do it. 3 key facts. I'm not based in Columbia at all. I am based in Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm one of the organizers there, and I travel around the world and have some fun with other startup weekends. So I probably sound a little bit different than the average here. So don't hold that against me, but I'm just here to have fun. And I'm an extension of the organizing team. So there's a group of people here that are wearing gold-colored t-shirts. So if you're one of the organizers, can you go ahead and raise your hand? Let's give these guys a big round of applause. I'm just an extension of them. They did all the hard work over the past couple of months to make sure that you registered, got the food here, the beer, everything like that. So they did all the heavy lifting, and I get to stand up here, look pretty, and make a couple of jokes that probably won't go over very well all weekend long. And the last thing, random fact, I talk with my hands, and that's not because I'm Italian. It's because I'm fluent in American Sign Language. So if anybody gets bored and knows sign language, that was my foreign language in college, oddly enough. So those are my 3 random facts. So one of the things that they ask us to do, this pitch deck, and it's very similar city to city, is they tell us, and everybody's seen this in the startup world, what do they want you to do? They want you to take your startup idea, and they want you to fail fast. I hate this phrase. I think it's rude, and I think it's highly negative. I mean, somebody's literally telling you the first thing that they want you to do with this new idea that you're sharing, you know what I want you to do with it? I want you to fail. But do it quickly because I need you to fail again. Because you fail often, fail early, and you do it time and time again. So this weekend, the only thing I ask for you all is let's get rid of this from our vernacular, from our vocabulary, and what we're thinking. We're not going to fail fast this weekend. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to move with some type of speed to an outcome. The outcome that you're going to have is, it could be that, you know what, there's no market and no one is interested in your widget or your service or whatever it is. And that's an okay outcome. Some of you all may be able to move a little bit quicker, iterate, and gain some progress and generate revenue, which is phenomenal. I've seen one team generate over $5,000 in one weekend, cash in the bank. Actually, it was in their PayPal, but they still did it. That's still an outcome because that means that you've mirrored what the market wants, and you ask for the value, and you ask for the money, and you close the deal. That's what I want to see you all do. And you may figure out that there's not a market, there is a market, or anything in between. You'll get maybe a letter of intent or something like that. So that's my only goal with you all. We're going to move quickly. It's going to be high pressure. You all have got to overcome some of the alumni that has been here. And you all have done a pretty decent job about producing alumni that are still in business, generating money, raising funds, which is where we want you all to be as you continue on. So, before I go on and tell you all the fun stuff that's going around the world, I'm going to let the alumni share just 60 seconds or less about where they are, when they came, and what's going on with your Charlotte now. Is that cool? Now, there's one thing that I absolutely hate doing. We waste a lot of time by clapping in these events, and I don't like clapping. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do something called a power clap. And what we do is we count down from 3, and then as a group, we clap once, and it makes a really big pop. But I've got a question. In Columbia, Missouri, when do we clap? Is it 3, 2, 1 clap? Or is it 3, 2 clap? It's like paper, rock, scissors. Which one are we going to do? Because we have to agree as a group. This is our first team building exercise. 3, 2, 1, then clap?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? Yeah. Remember that for the rest of the weekend. All right. So, for our first alumni, a nice big power clap in 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Kim Standing. This is my 4th startup weekend. Last year I worked on Packy. It was a backpacking company. We sold pre-packed backpacks. And currently in the process of selling it off. So I guess my words of wisdom to you guys as we go into this is startup weekend is a blast. You're gonna love it. It's my favorite weekend of the year. It's like Christmas. But when you come out of startup weekend, you have fun for a while, and then the adrenaline dies off. And you have to go back to school, and you have to go back to work, and you have kids, and you have wives, and you have all sorts of things at home that are nagging you. But in order to keep that startup going, in order to keep it going strong, find something you're passionate about. And I really mean that because startup weekend, you kind of do this like fake high. It's like, yeah, it was so much fun. I worked with this great team. Everything was amazing. And then as you walk away, you got to make sure that that team's still there. And then you also have to make sure that your passion for the product is still there. So as you're listening to pitches today, listen carefully and find something that really, hits your soul and hits your heart and hits everything that you're going to want to continue. So make sure that you guys listen to yourself and not to your friends when you pick your teams today. So that's my words of wisdom.
Oh, power clap.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan Burnell. I think 2012, we started this company that is now called Gladitude. And I'm going to kind of reiterate what she said, because when we started Gladitude, it had a different name, which was very bad, and almost the worst idea. But we knew kind of what our why was. We wanted to help people. And so we ended on this idea that is crowdfunding for grassroots nonprofits all over the world. And because we knew why we were doing it, it was very easy to pivot quickly. So don't stay married to your idea. Your idea can change. Just stay married to your why, and you'll be in good shape. So updating the company, we are approaching $1 million raised on the platform. So, so yeah, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and while we're transitioning, if you have an open seat beside of you, raise your hand. You all come over and sit if you want. There's plenty of open seats. You don't
on, guys. All right, power clap. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, I'm Alex Winkler, and last year was my first startup weekend. And so what we did, my team worked on the Global Hiker, and we pivoted a lot from that time to now. Got rid of the so we're just Global Hiker, and we personalize tours of different cities. We give introductions, so it's kind of using the shared economy movement. We're hoping to launch probably in a couple months, just pending money, investments, and developers. So my advice, I guess, for you guys is to get involved. Whether it's pitching or whether it's joining a team, like there's so much energy. Like Babel said with Kim and Ryan just said, like so much energy is here, and it goes away. But if you can build a good team and just keep moving forward, it's an awesome experience. So also, Global Hiker, check out our we have a filter on Snapchat. It's pretty cool. So yeah, thanks. Have fun.
All right, thanks. Next up. Come on, quick. Power clap. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Jimmy Lean, CTO of Tanny Loop. We got second place last year. We lost by 1 and lousy votes. But we made it a year so far. Basically, what we're doing is we're like a tenant satisfaction and engagement platform, and it sits on top of core property management software. It's really boring, but we've made a lot of lucky decisions and some unlucky decisions, but we've persisted and we're still going pretty well, I think. I don't want to say too much more.
Piece of advice?
Yeah, get traction as much as you can. Like, just find your sale. Build a marketing funnel really quickly. Doesn't have to be good. Just get customers and sell that to the judges.
There you go. All right, next up. Power clap. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Matt McDonald. I'm one of the main founders of Equipment Share. We are growing, expanding. We were started in 2014. Now we're operating in Missouri, Texas, Florida, and we got shipped into franchising in New Zealand. My advice would be to talk to everyone here that you don't know, because right now you probably have a lot of friends that are staying at home and playing video games or going to bars, and you are surrounded by people that are here to build things. So these people you want to talk to, spend time around, and continue to talk to afterwards, build your network, because you never know when you can help them or when they can help you later on.
All right, next up. Are you last?
Anyone else? Yeah.
Ready. All right. Nice big power clap to my example company whenever I travel the world and share this event. So 3, 2, 1.
All right, thank you. I'm Brian. I'm here with Wade and Mike right over here. And about Zapier. So we, at the very first startup weekend, we were sitting in here. Maybe the stage is looking that way, but it was very, very similar. And we're about 55 people now. It's been 5 years that we've been at this. And I'm supposed to give advice. Woo. One thing that we definitely noticed is that people who are here past like 10 p.m., past midnight, past 2, generally do a lot better. I'm fairly certain Mike didn't sleep our startup weekend. I'm not recommending that, but it doesn't hurt, right? But the really crazy thing is that doesn't end after startup weekend, right? After we were done with startup weekend and we won, we got lucky, we won, we continued. We had 3 a.m. nights for a year before we hired our first person. That never really stopped. So it's a grind, and either strap in or just have a good, fun weekend. You can do either one.
Cool. All right. Let's give these guys a nice big round of applause.
Thanks, guys. This is something that doesn't happen too often in a lot of cities, where your alumni come back and share what they've been doing and the successes and raising money, hiring 55 people. Kudos to everybody that's maybe about to be acquired or whatever you're currently negotiating. We won't get into that because of NDA clauses or something like that. But you need to know that you're not doing this alone. You're joining an entire family, hundreds of thousands of people that have went through a very similar experience in their own city. This weekend, there's about 20 other percentage of transaction. And then I was starting to think, could this go further? Could this parents actually use this to teach their kids the value of a dollar? And so actually locking themselves out of certain programs or websites. And then, if they're willing to spend their chore money, then they can access. What do you need? Just everybody, I have the legal side. I have the law too.
Alright,
Three.
I just want to be one of the first 50 people to perform, but my idea is called exhaustration. It's a clever hybrid of exhaust and filtration. So it's a air filtration device that you put on the muffler or like the exhaust of your car that reduces or eliminates pollution. So pollution is like slowly but surely killing us all that we don't really know about it. And I know that there's diesel, hybrid, electric cars already, but there's still a lot of muscle cars out there, cars that use gas, and if we could find a way to reduce or eliminate pollution, that could save us all. So thank you.
Alright, so I need everybody to stand up. We're going to take a stretch break. Stretch to the top. Stretch to the left. Stretch to the right. And if you pitched, you can sit down. If you pitched, you can sit down. Everybody that is currently standing has not pitched, which means we may need to do a little bit of nudging to get them up here. Everybody can sit down now. Make sure, pay attention to who is standing. So while we're waiting for a couple people to pop up here. Do we need to take a bio break or? All right, let's take a bio break. All right, 5-minute bio break. Go to the bathroom, grab a drink. We'll come up. 5 minutes starts now.
Oh, I'm having a hard time remembering that. I do like the safety one where you can cancel all your cards at once. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, like if you lose your wallet. Yeah. I like that one. I also like the Knieger. It was an interesting idea because then you watch. It's like real-time feedback. Yeah. You're constantly taking. And then someone changes. Yeah. I couldn't hear it very well. Yeah. I also liked Mass, the one of like commoditizing machine learning. Really smart. It's pretty good too. Because, yeah. Because if you think about like you want to purchase a home and you're like not paying your taxes because that's such a different process. Show your income. Yeah, I thought that one was good. Is this working?
It is now. Apparently the network dropped it and I didn't realize it, so I didn't press rebroadcast.
Someone came up to me and asked, well, 2 people did, and I was like, yeah, should be asking what.
This dropped the broadcast for a while and I didn't notice it because I thought if it said live that meant it was broadcasting. Nope.
I would have thought
So
that.
we probably missed like half of them, but I mean really, who's watching it? If you can hear me right now.
Say if anyone's watching.
No idea.
I might watch Sunday, so.
We'll figure it out by Sunday. I saw Lenko was here. Is he participating or he just like came in tonight?
He was gonna help us work the printer.
How it goes? It didn't work.
The software is solid. It works.
Yeah, the printer is
It's literally the
broken.
printer like crapped out of us.
Well, that makes sense because printers always break. So like,
Printers suck.
the only thing about it is that printers are just like bad. Like, so there's like a leader in the state, and they make their own printer. Well, there you go. That makes a lot of sense. I saw Lecco and Kenny talking, and I was like, I feel like they'd get along well.
She asked me like,
I was like, clearly they found it. Like, here, hold on a wall. They would get along well. What idea did you like that? I told Dave that the headphone idea was gonna win. I was like, why not? Yeah. Okay, let's go with it. I was just like, why did no one ever think of that?
I told her it might get annoying.
Yeah, I guess I've never shared headphones. I didn't know that was like them for so long. Why did they not?
Well, and there's some audio programs, like I've listened to podcasts where the way they've recorded it, they've been like, you're gonna hear his voice in your left ear and her voice in your right ear. So there's things you can do, like,
That's how I was explaining to her, like, so you'd have to take the two songs and, like, kind of recreate a new audio track and put it over.
But I think like so like headphones like they've been around forever. Like
no one's ever really changed.
Yeah.
What ones did you like? Any similar?
So the ones I was interested in, I couldn't hear, and I tried to, like, lean in, and I couldn't. We were behind the speakers, so I could hear everything. There was one about encryption, and I wanted to hear more about the machine learning, although that seems like, I don't know, there's a lot. So there's that one company, I think it's Narrative Science, that I talked to, because
those people.
well, they do more, it's machine learning. What? I don't know about that.
Yeah, because they talk to Jan and they're the ones that are in St. Louis. The guy
No, it's Narrative Science.
Where's the other?
So it's interesting because, like, they're machine learning and more like natural language processing, but they still have to be kind of very agency oriented.
That's what I was thinking. You have to be.
So it'd be the same that way because there's so many like different variations. So you basically have to make kind of a custom solution for each thing. So
You couldn't just like.
I'm curious to see if there's like a solution for that. Or
Something like right now we're working like Michael is doing some like data analysis. I don't really know what he was, but even with that, like I can't. I sent him a spreadsheet and I still had to like meet with him and like explain to him what we're trying to figure out and what we should be looking at. So I don't see how you could just like upload a CSV and then have them deliver you that information without some sort of back and forth.
Well, and I remember when you were talking about that, like doing that stuff. The first question I asked you was like, okay, we keep providing like insight,
And he was. But he only can do that because he understands.
Exactly.
I think like narrative science, like the first 3 months, like in their contract, you have to like meet with them a ton and like supervise those means I think I could come up with something not as good as something.
There was quite a few tonight that were pitching things that either already exist or have existed in the sales. So like the buying and selling of parking spots, the dating app based on events, and the dating app called How About Me. Like there were so many that I was like, cool idea, but it already exists. So
I haven't heard anything that was like,
I really did like the one that if you lose your wallet, you can't like get the one app and cancel all the I like that too. Yeah. And where you like paid $10 and it held it until you said because there's a site that's like that for medical practices where like you put in your medical history and all of your doctors try to like figure out what's wrong with you. And you say like the prize is $500 and then the one that you say gave your best response gets all of that. So yeah, I think it's an interesting business model. Yeah. And it's a marketplace. You definitely don't have both sides of it.
But I do know that I mean, that's
Still not over here, stating your ideas.
Did you hear it? I laughed so hard at everything. I was like, thanks. Of course, I like standing it up. It was the most embarrassing thing. You can still see like my voice sometimes. I need to let them know. It's so embarrassing.
the two
Cheers. Cheers.
Cam did that without starting.
I don't really think I deserve
So he was here on the early and he told us that he had on the website and you need to know. I know it was to another one. It was
Alright, let's start looking back. Grab your
it really
drink.
wasn't a big deal. But like that's like I figured out how
Okay. Diamond. Hey, Morgan. What number are we at? Okay.
All right, guys. We've got more people are ready to pitch. So come on back, grab your drinks, and sit down. Let's give these people the same courtesy. Come on back. Back to the reservation.
Hey, Les.
All right, let's come on back. We stretch. We had a bio break.
Tomorrow we're gonna party.
Come on back.
Are you gonna be here for 11 tomorrow? Yeah.
We lost
I
half
want
the
to
people.
party with you. Wait, bye, bye. Are you coming back after? Yeah. Am I like? I don't know. I haven't told. Yes, I don't know. You do whatever you want. You're awesome for being here tonight. Which one was this? I don't like the ship hat. Yeah, the ship hat. Yeah. I didn't think I liked the ship hat. I'm glad I didn't get you. No, I didn't. I think I had it once maybe.
All right, guys. Let's get started.
It does.
How many people are still at the bar?
Maybe the fact that I didn't know it had ginger in it. I don't know. You know. Maybe I do like ginger, but it's just mental. Do you not like ginger beer? Ginger ale? Well, the ginger chip hat, I feel like it almost mixes with the beer flavor. Yeah. Yeah, this is one. Every minute. Yeah, but we were like, wait, I didn't even think about that level of it. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, finding out you're like, what? You're like, oh, I'm pretty sure someone younger brother got like, but was it? And he was in Zimbabwe. And then when that happened, my parents were like, fuck it. Since everything out of the table, right? You guys know what's going on, but
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and give the sanitation to the respect that we gave the other people. So we're going to get started. So we've got at least 5 more people on deck. So we've got some more. We're definitely going to hit 40. I'd like us to hit 50. And we'll go through some exercises if we need to. So one thing just that I've seen 40 of these different events. I don't know how many thousands of pitches I've seen. But I want you all to know that this is the safest environment you could ever share an idea. If you've noticed for the past 36 pitches, how many people have been laughed at? None. One guy told a joke, so it was intentional. But this is probably one of the few opportunities you'll ever have to share your idea very quickly in a very supportive environment where people will come up to you and say, hey, I was thinking about that, and they'll give you very quick, unsolicited advice and ideas and whatever else comes to mind. So if you are on the edge right now, let's let the next couple 5 or so people go, and I need you to start heading up there. This isn't an opportunity that you'll ever have again. The people that are surrounding everybody in this room, we're all supportive. I'm here for you, the organizing team, the coaches, the mentors. but I just encourage you, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Once in a lifetime opportunity, you never know what will happen. If 9 and 12-year-olds can come in second place at a weekend 2 weeks ago that I was at, imagine what you can do unless you're 17 and can run circles around them or potentially over. So that's my little heart-to-heart little message. Don't let this go by, but we've got 5 more. So, nice big return of the power clap for Brandon in 3, 2, 1.
Hello everybody, my name is Brandon Tuttle, and food. It's pretty simple. Everybody has to eat, right? How many of you went to the grocery store this week? Really, raise your hands. How many of you hated it? Keep your hands up. I hate going to the grocery store. It's the worst. What if I could give you an application that did all your meal planning for a week, gave you a grocery list, also gave you the recipe for each day, all in one? So all you would need is an ingredient list where you scroll through and select the meals you want, and boom, all of a sudden, there it is. All the ingredients, everything you need, and the recipe. So that's my pitch, because I need all the help I can get. I know nothing about coding. I have business experience, but I need all kinds of help. Between marketing, advertising, the food, all of that. So thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, how many of you all have a skill? Raise your hand. How many of you all like money? Excellent. So my goal is to have skills to the right job set. So if you're interested in making money and have a skill you think you could apply somewhere, download On Call. Thanks.
All right, power clap in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, okay, so my name is Kelly Galcados, and I wasn't going to pitch, but this is kind of an idea I've had in the back of my mind, because I'm definitely a late night owl and sometimes an early bird as well, and I need something before I have to go on a flight at 4 a.m. or I'm up late because I've been drinking and I want to know where I can get food at 4 in the morning. So I think I want to create an app that's called What's Still Open, so you can search by a drop box, and it tells you how many miles away, like if you need to be in walking distance of wherever this is, or if you need a set of batteries at 3 in the morning and you don't know what could be open or anything around you. So you can search based on location, category, or particular store if you're, what particular store or what their hours are, and looking for developers and designers and whatnot that are interested in the kind of programming that goes and retrieves the data, kind of like hotels.com. It retrieves like the hours from different websites. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Come on, John. All right, power clap for John in 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, I'm John Medina, and my app would be called Foodie, and what it would be is it would be for sit-down restaurants, and you would pull it up, it'd be location-based, it would show you all the restaurants available in your area. You can select if you want to dine in or if you want to take out. Then you would pick your items, pay for them, and say when you would be there to either pick it up or to dine in. I need people that would be able to develop the app, and I need somebody with finance background and law.
All right.
That's it.
Efficient. Woo! Yeah!
That's the fastest one so far, 28 seconds, no pressure. All right, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm Jake, and this is Better Tomato. The gardening subreddit has 150,000 subscribers, and every single day somebody shows up and they've got a crappy tomato or a bad bean, and they want to know, what happened to my plant. But the number one comment is always, what's the history of it, what's the context, how much you've been watering it, you've been giving it fertilizer and so on. And it always sucks when people end up having to write all that out, because you know that most gardeners keep a log of their garden, either using pen and paper, using one of the shitty apps that are available, like whatever. I want to build a kick-ass app, and I want to make it super easy to publish the history of your plants, to get help, to brag on Facebook, and that way you get organic growth. And I think you can monetize it the way that Mint monetizes by having the app be free and pitching into the $60 billion garden industry, selling stuff through the app. I need developers and designers and marketers.
All right, all right, come on over, Drew. Power clap for Drew in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, so my name is Drew, and I want to build Live Central, and so I'm a developer, and it would be a platform for other developers to build apps that use live video and chat. So right now you can use certain services that allow you to push live video and do your live video on your apps, but there aren't any that do live video and chat, or like text messages. So the idea would be to centralize live video and live messaging, so you can build applications like YouTube Live or Twitch TV, but for your own applications. So it would be a platform for developers. So that's it. My name is Drew. I need some developer help, some business people to contact startups and small companies to see if they want to use this, and some market researchers. My name is Drew, and this is Live Central.
All right, Alright, so this is the last on-deck person we have, and we're at approximately 38. 42 ideas, so we wrote 40. Good job. 50 is sort of the goal, so we're going to stand here awkwardly until somebody bails you out, and I can either tell really, really bad jokes, or I can impart fervent knowledge on everybody. Ooh, I like fervent knowledge. So what are the 3 characteristics while we're waiting on that person that is beside you that sort of said, I think I've got this idea, or they didn't tell me about it. You need to give them a little bit of a nudge. There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, my name is David Beach and I am a certified public accountant at Williams Keepers down the road. Super excited to be here this weekend. I am a single plant dad, and this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. I want to build a smart garden. I went to Hawaii for a backpacking trip 2 years ago and fell in love with a plant called Plumeria. For you, it could be hibiscus or cactus or any other herbal whatever, tomatoes, whatever. But the idea is that we want to build an app that can take program Logic controllers, interface with maybe a Raspberry Pi or some other kind of programming. I don't speak anything technical, so that's about the extent of my knowledge. Using these sensors to create a customizable environment that either replicates an environment in a zip code in real time, or can download a customized row profile so that I can take all the guesswork out of growing something that's difficult for me. So I need anybody who has a PLC or knows how to use one, and my name is David, that's my pitch.
Woo! Yeah, David!
Alright, hold on. You don't get it. Somebody's got to know you out before you can go. This is a process, guys.
Woo!
Yeah! 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're all here. We all have to make a choice. Well, 3 choices, right? We get 3 votes to pick what startup we want, right? Okay. I like that system. I really do. Okay. But when we go out to get food or have like an evening free where we want to spend it with friends, what does everyone say? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I really just don't know. So if you had an app that would give you suggestions, or it would just be more of a platform where somebody could say, okay, well, I sort of feel like I want Shakespeare's or Taco Bell or Murray's. They can go and say, put it on the app, and there'll be a list of 10, all provided by friends, and then they'll say, okay, well, I'll vote for Taco Bell, Murray's, or let's say Diggy's. And then whichever one gets the most votes is the one the group decides to go on. What I'll need is basically everything to build an app. Okay. Thank you for your time.
Alright, come on over. So I'll share with you that typically in the some of the top placing teams are the ones that go last in the pitching session. There's no I've seen it time and time again. No pressure. I mean, you could be last and could be thin. No, there you go. Get one opportunity. That's it. With bourbon knowledge, there are 3 distinct characteristics for bourbon. What makes a bourbon a bourbon? All bourbons are whiskeys, but not all whiskeys are bourbon. 3 very key things that they teach us in 4th grade about. Literally took a tour of a distillery in 4th grade. Can't make that stuff up. Yeah, and then we went to Churchill Downs, the horse racing track, in 7th grade. It's like, hey, welcome to Kentucky, you get a drink. Bet on horses. So there's probably someone here that their spouse or significant other, somebody has been saying, hey, you gotta go to startup weekend, you gotta share the idea, you gotta shut up about it. You may be that person, or that person may be deciding.
Did my wife call you?
Before you go, so what are the 3 characteristics? Does anybody know the 3 characteristics of what makes a bourbon a bourbon?
One, it's wrong.
Wrong. It is not. It doesn't. A bourbon does not have to be made in Kentucky. That is false. Somebody started saying it. Some percentage point, the mash bill, what it's made up before it ferments, has to be made up of 51% or more of corn. So, random knowledge. There's 2 more. We'll share them. We'll talk about that one later. So, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, with all this gardening stuff, I was actually inspired because I drive along country roads out of sticks, and all kinds of people are always selling stuff, but you have no idea they're there. The only way you'd ever know is if you're driving by. So what I'm talking about doing is creating a web service, maybe an app, that allows you to find and locate roadside markets, so you get all that fresh, homegrown, organic produce. That's it.
What help do you need?
Software developers, definitely how we're going to do the marketing, and if there is any financial way we can generate some revenue.
And what do you call it?
Roadside market.
Roadside market. He's the older. So somebody mentioned that bourbon had an age requirement. That is actually false. It does not. But if you call it a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, it does have an age requirement of 4 years or more to be able to label that legally in the United States. So David, I did not talk to your wife. She did not say, hey, make sure David gets up there. But she did say there's probably somebody else in the room that after you go, they're toiling on that idea that they've been thinking about for a year or 2. They really want to get you off stage. Who looks nervous? Somebody looks nervous. You all realize you're the model city for Startup Weekend. You sold out of an event. How many years have you all sold out?
6 years.
Sold out 6 years in a row. Woo! 6! And you all can only get how many ideas? 46 ideas.
Quality over quantity.
There could be a phenomenal quality one in the room. Where's the Zapier guys? Did they really?
No, they're not gonna do it.
I wonder what position they pitched.
They're pretty early on. Pretty early.
Pretty early. Do we really want this to be our last pitch of the night? Some people say yes.
Thanks.
You, not me? Okay.
All right. Power clap for David in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm David, and the problem I'm solving is that cities need to re-engage with their communities as far as like their tourism efforts. They need authentic content. They want to appeal to the younger generations. So just paying for,
a very expensive photographer to come do like a photo shoot once in a while isn't really going to cut it in today's world of social media and the authentic content that they need. So I'm thinking of some ideas like there could be an app where people upload photos of the city. There could be trivia that the Convention and Visitors Bureau maybe puts out questions, or maybe it's crowdsourced and the community puts out the questions. Or you take a picture of something and you say, where is this at? Or like a find the thing, or what building am I at, or whatever, like historical trivia. So those types of things.
What do you need?
I need developers, marketers, whatever, all for an app.
All right. All right. So this is really a safe environment. I don't know how many times I have to share that. Say it again. Safe environment. 3 more times. One of the hardest things whenever I fly into or drive like I did here into another city is somebody always comes up Saturday or Sunday and they say, if I just had one more opportunity, I think I could have gotten a team together if I had one opportunity to pitch. And I've done, this is either the 40th or 41st event, and that breaks my heart. You all won't have this opportunity again for another year, unless you all decide to do 2 a year, which some communities do. Some communities aren't as blessed as what you all are. Some of them, like Seattle, Washington, does 20 events a year. That's literally almost one every other weekend. You all have one. Although you all are doing a great job with the people that you've got, the fundraising and everything like that, don't let this opportunity stop. If you're even halfway thinking about coming up here and you don't want to stand in front of a group of people, I will come and bring the microphone to you and I will write down your idea. I'll do anything that you ask me to do besides giving you an idea, because it's going to be yours, to share the idea. You can sit there, I don't care. But the big exercise right now, yeah, you can bitch. Anybody can bitch. Bitch, go write it down. Don't let this go. Just want to look. There you go. All right. Are you ready? All right. Power clap for Kelsey. 3, 2, 1.
So my idea is to stop people from being spammy, awful marketers. We use a marketing automation software called HubSpot, and it sends out automatic emails. The other day, it sent an email to someone in Florida right as about a hurricane was about to hit their state. And they were pissed, and we felt so shitty. So I want to create a program that when Facebook launches the Mark Yourself Safe feature, it would automatically turn off any marketing automation that you have. So if you have Buffer going or HubSpot or something, it would say, not okay, not a good time to be sending people marketing emails, focus on people being safe, and don't be a shitty marketer. That's my idea. Oh, and I need developers and people that want to be nicer marketers.
All right, are you going to share your idea? Woo! All right. So while that's being written down, so we talked about Kentucky bourbon. My time's up. There we go. I'm off the stage. So while that's being documented, really come up here, guys. If you've got that idea, this is the opportunity. Because it's such a large group, I'm not going to drag this around like I normally do. Get up here if you're going to come, or raise your hand, and I'll bring the microphone to you. No one? Is this going to be our last one? All right, so another bourbon fact. So let's say that there's a county in Missouri that sells alcohol. Are you all default alcohol sales are allowed, or you have to vote it in? Allowed. Kentucky is backwards to the point that everything is default dry, no alcohol sales in the city or the county itself.
has to vote it in, which the name of our counties are pretty interesting. Bourbon County is dry, oddly enough, but Christian County is wet. Doesn't make any sense. All right. Nice big power clap for Alex in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Alex, and my idea is Blender. It's a community that creates jobs for musicians and artists. Because our creative people in the world don't really make much money. They've got minimum wage, or they just live from job to job. So, what I want to do is make an app for people to connect with each other. Like, if somebody needs a job to be done, like, if they need a song written or a picture drawn or something, anything, that we can get, like, some professional or someone who's, you know, more skilled to complete the job for them. It's just a way of getting the community to communicate, I guess. So that's it. I'll probably need some, like, developers and maybe designers. Stuff that everyone else has been asking.
Alright, take care. Alright, so that Alex was candidate presentation idea number 47. 48. So he says 48. 48. So that means that we got 2 more to hit that magical number 50. Is there any 2 or more people? We'll write it down for you. All right, power class for Andrew in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so I've been working in the beer industry for 3 years now, and the biggest cut of the brewery when you make a beer and you sell it, in cans or in bottles, the biggest cut doesn't go to the brewery. Actually, it goes to the distributor. There's a law where you have to have a 3-tier system. It has to be sold to the distributor. It's not there in Missouri and 18 other states. There is a clause where you can self-distribute, but nobody does it because they don't know how. The only brewery that's self-distributed is Urban Chestnut, and they've done it extremely successfully. Besides for other smaller companies who have failed. So I want to make essentially a consulting company for breweries instead of a distributorship to deal with. A consulting company for self-distribution.
What help do you need?
I need anybody who knows the bar industry, the beer industry, anybody who loves beer, anybody who wants to help out.
All right, thank you. 49. So you all are really going to make me drive to Missouri, which is like 6 hours, on jet lag from coming back from Australia, for 49 ideas when the goal is 50? Are you really going to do that to me? You got it. See? He's going to have his idea. All right, you want us to write it down for you while you pitch it, or? Sure. All right, power one for John, number 50 in 3, 2, 1.
The Dead Project Society. This is an unusual project for us here. This is very similar to what you see with TED Talks, where a person comes up, does presentations to a group of people, but it's a monthly program where small local groups get together and talk about Dead Project. So what is a Dead Project? Dead Project is an idea you've had for years, you've halfway worked on it, you like the idea, but you know, in the end, you know you're not going to do it. But you love somebody to do it. So you give it away to the world. You YouTube it, that's your source of monetization. The biggest problem here is one of the reasons I didn't come up till now is I have 4 businesses and 2 of them are startups. I cannot run it. So in addition to people that help out with the project, mainly marketing folks, people that are designers, people involved in the video industry, in production, people editing, is also I need a CEO and owner. Happy to help out for the weekend. That's where
Woo! Yeah!
Nice big high five. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name's Greg. I couldn't let you guys hang in with only 49. So my idea is Losers Up. That is a app it's a motivational app. if you're trying to hit your workout goals, there's a lot of apps out there to help you like with positive re-encouragement. This is not that. This is negative re-encouragement. It's gonna send you notifications daily that you subscribe to that like you can choose like how bad you want these notifications, but some of them can be like, you're never gonna make it. Others will be like, try a little bit harder, buddy. Like, it will sync up with your health app on your phone. So it's gonna be like 1,000 steps, really? Come on, get to 2,000 or you don't like life. So it's a negative reinforcement. It's primarily a joke and it's gonna be funny, but a lot of people like weird joke apps. Developers and people who like hilarious ideas.
Woo!
Maybe I could be your model for trying to like guilt people into hitting number 50 or something like that with really bad jokes and verbal facts. All right, so we've been doing this. We just hit 51 ideas, so hats off to everybody. So this is really the last call for an idea. If you're even inkling for the idea, you can be like an auctioneer and be like, hey, or something like that. I don't know. Raise your hand. If it doesn't, you've got to stop me or else we're going to go on to the next step. Are we good? Yep. All right, so congratulations, 51 votes. I'm excited for that. We hit the goal. So now's where we have a lot of fun. This is where I switch off from being a little bit pressing to get you to share ideas, and this is where, just like the real world, we get a little bit serious. So what happens next, if my computer operates correctly, is now you all will have an opportunity to go and talk to the people about the ideas. So we'll do the first 25 ideas, which will be on the left-hand side pretty much for the most part. Stand near your idea. This is your opportunity to do what I call dating around with the idea. So we'll do that for about 5 minutes, get clarification, ask more questions. Then we'll go to the next 25 just so that you know, or 26, 27, so that you know who's there, and you can ask some interesting questions to make sure that you know what they were doing. Then what's going to happen is we're going to have the opportunity for you to vote. We're going to have, everybody's going to get 3 Post-it notes to vote on the idea. There's a little bit of a catch. You cannot vote on your own idea. Sorry, you can't do that. You cannot tear or rip or mutilate or somehow modify the 3 single votes that you'll get. There's a reason I have to say that because yes, I've seen it done before, and there's always a reason I have to share that. This doesn't mean that you are married to the idea. It just means that, hey, there's something more of merit that I think this idea should go on to the next stage. And the next stage is where you all self-select into teams. So this is by all means not the opportunity for you to select the team in which you want to be with for the rest of the weekend. This is just, hey, sounds interesting. Maybe other people find it interesting. And if you all select 10, 15 ideas with the most votes at the end of the night, those are the ideas that will go forward for the rest of the weekend. With the caveat that you can still form a team as long as you meet some of those requirements of 3 or more people. But before we do that, I need to share with you, after you do the 3 votes, we'll tally them up, we'll bring the people out here, but you need to know how the rest of the weekend is going to go. So you need to know that as you're building a team, there's a couple key points. 1, check the egos at the door. No one is part of the C-suite this weekend. No one is CEO, CMO. We are all even. We're here to hustle. We're here to learn. We're here to network, and we're here to get shit done. That's what you got to make sure that you're going to do this weekend. You need to know that 65% of all startups fail, and they don't fail because of bad timing. They fail because of team issues, usually related to communication. Somebody thinks, hey, I've got all the ideas. I'm going to shove your ideas left. We're not going to do them. So make sure that you keep that in mind, that team issues, not talking to each other, not holding each other accountable, rock and fail a lot of teams. So keep that in mind. Teams, if you have the entire team full of developers, here's a little note. You do not have to code this weekend to win Startup Weekend at all. There are cheats, not really cheats. There are quick, easy ways to go beyond creating a login or a registration form or something like that. I'm going to show you those tomorrow morning. So do not stack the team with all the developers, all the designers, or all the business hustlers and business development people. Make sure that you have a wide variety of people that are with your team. And again, check
the ego at the door. I don't want to hear anybody saying it's my idea and it's my way or it's the highway, because I'll come to you and I'll say it's the highway and it's not for the idea, it's the highway for you because you're not being a good participant for this weekend. So these are sort of what you need to make sure that you pay attention to for the rest of the weekend. The judges are going to focus in on 3 areas and 3 areas only. They are not going to look at a 5-year pro forma statement and say, hey, you have the most profitable, most greatest bottom line. We have 7 CPAs look over it. You are the best. That's not what they're going to pay attention to. They're going to pay attention to 3 areas which are fully able to be executed on this weekend. Area number 1, validation. They are going to literally listen for you to say an integer, which is a whole number of the number of people that you went out to and you talked to. That number has to be greater than 0. Because if you did everything else that we're going to talk about great, but you didn't get out of this building, talk, validate, and make sure that the idea and the problem statement resonated with more than just you and your team, I'll tell you right now, you will not place in the startup weekend. 1, because the judges have this criteria, that's literally what they're going to fill out. 2, I will disqualify you in that judge session. I'll say, hey, they actually stayed in the building the entire time and just spun their wheels and didn't talk to anybody to validate. You need to know that you need to design and specify what your target market is. If you say it's all Americans, all 320 odd some million of us, that is wrong. You need to be able to specify and say, it is all the vegans within a 50-mile radius of this zip code that have an income of over $50,000 a year. And you're going to be like, Daniel, there's no data source for that. I'm going to show you what that data source is tomorrow, where you can say some pretty weird stuff, and you're going to get freaked out, but that happens at every single event whenever I show these tools. Make sure you're solving a problem that somebody else tells you. And again, tomorrow morning I'll share with you different ways that you can get to this. Second area that you're going to be validated on and judged on is how did you go about creating what's called a minimally viable product. And what this is this is a very early stage representation of what you believe the solution is based upon the feedback that you received from the people you talked to in the first stage. Notice how it's building upon each other. So you identified the target market, you went out and talked with people, you got email addresses, you got phone numbers. Now you're going to turn back and you're going to say, hey Susie, I met you in the mall yesterday, I met you at the farmer's market, really approved of your feedback, loved it, took back my team. This is what we're thinking. And your website may be written on paper and drawn on paper, and that is beautiful. That's exactly what you want to do. And you want to present it to Susie and say, Susie, where would you click on next? And she takes her finger and she points on the next button or the menu or whatever. That is beautiful. That's exactly what you want to do. And then use other tools to refine and iterate and make something happen. If I catch anybody building a login screen or a registration page, not only will I cry, but I'll be like, you didn't pay attention to Daniel while I was up there and telling you different ways to hack this. You've got to produce a technical demo. What that means is screenshots are beautiful. It doesn't have to function. A video of you walking through a website that could be other websites cropped and put together in PowerPoint that makes it look like you're clicking through are phenomenal and great. Take a video of it because you have about 20 to 30 seconds to show that in your presentations on Sunday. And make sure it looks beautiful. If it looks like Yahoo's homepage in 1998, and I can show you what that is, that we're well beyond that. You've got to make sure it looks beautiful. You're like, Daniel, I don't have design skill sets. Well, we're going to show you some tools tomorrow that within 5 or 10 minutes you can make a beautiful product landing page or an app that you can literally click through and it looks like it works. Make sure you have a designer. Now, the team did something interesting with the t-shirts. I don't know if you noticed, but what color are designers, dear organizers?
Gray.
So the designers are wearing gray shirts or they're carrying them around. Hint, hint. Take them. Developers, I believe, are blue. Red, sorry. Developers are red because they're nice. They're not angry. Not angry red. And then your general business hustlers are in blue. So pay attention, make sure you're doing something with the team. So design doesn't matter. And the last thing that they're going to pay attention to while you're giving your presentation is make sure that there's a value that you're showcasing. Make sure that, hey,
We went out and we talked to 57 people. We heard this. It wasn't what we initially thought, but everybody said we should focus in on this. So we did this. We showed them this prototype. They said they loved it, and they'd be willing to pay $5 per month or whatever it is your value proposition is. Make sure it's unique. So there are some ideas that if and the judges will do this, they will get out their phone and they will say, hey, show me Uber for delivering kittens. By the way, Uber did that in New York City, so that it actually exists. Make sure that they just can Google and find out there's a ton of people doing it. And you want to make sure that you have a successful business. Here's what an unsuccessful business is. You make something for $10, and the market, based upon the research that you talked to and all the people, they said, I'd only ever be willing top dollar to spend $5. So you're making something for $10. Market says they'll only pay $5. Congratulations, you just made a non-profit. Not intentionally, but the CPAs in the room will tell you that's a non-viable business model. You've got to make sure that it's successful and it can sustain itself. If your business model is grants, you've got to make sure that you can turn those into some type of actionable item and you're not solely dependent on this. So what they're going to make sure they're going to grade you on and judge you on is you go out and talk with people. Again, I'll show you how to do that tomorrow morning and some design tools. They're going to say, hey, did you create a minimally viable product? And we're going to show you some tools again tomorrow morning for that at 8:45 a.m. right during breakfast. And the third thing, is there a business model there? And you can only do this step by step. If you start with the business model and then try to work back with the design and then go and talk to people and then people say, that's totally wrong, but only if you would have done this, you just wasted an entire weekend. The reason we set this up in this specific order is because you need to follow it with this idea or next week's idea or next year's idea. Validate it, talk to people. And if you don't talk to more than 50 people with the amount of people that are in this room, your team is being lazy. I'll be completely honest with you. There's no reason you can't talk to 50 people all on Saturday morning or by Saturday afternoon. And if you have issues with that, we've got a list of places that you can go and talk to people. And again, we'll show you on social media-wise how to go and find people. So, diverse skill set. Check the egos at the door. Make sure you don't have any team issues, judging criteria. And so what we're going to do now is you're going to go and date around the first 25 ideas, 5, 6, 7 minutes later, call time, you're going to go and talk to the other ideas. Then we're going to give you voting 3 post-it notes per person, unmutilated, put those on any idea other than your own. This is your time to hustle. You can take your piece of paper off the wall and go and hustle for ideas if you want to.
I assume you can only vote for each one once?
You can put all 3 stickers on one idea. You can put 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, whatever pattern you want. It doesn't matter. And then you get to go and pick a working area. So the way that you're going to convey to me and the rest of the organizing team that you are with this idea for the rest of the weekend is you're going to sign your name to the piece of paper. But we'll talk about that after you all vote. So here's what we're going to do. Date around first 5 minutes with the first 25 ideas. Time, next 5 minutes. Talk, get clarification. Then we're voting, then we come up, we parade around the top, vote, getting ideas, and then you all pick on who you're going to work with for this weekend.
How many projects are going to get picked out of all 50?
If all of you all say you want to work on one single project, there's one single project that moves forward. If you all select 20 ideas with voting, we have to do how long do we want Sunday to be for presentation. So I can't tell you. It depends on how many votes each one gets. So 5 minutes, bio break, whatever. First 25 ideas, go.
I'm Christian. This one's for you.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks for doing this. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Also, I've never used cards up here, but I didn't know stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool, man. Did you pitch an idea? Or?
No, I didn't pitch an idea. I made out. My goal is I'm a freshman in computer science, so I'm just going to go in head first and see what I can do.
Do some stuff, hacking some stuff, that sort of thing.
It's in my pocket. That's insane. It's like the coolest thing that's going on. probably about like 5 lines.
Yeah, right? You know,
Just gotta figure it out.
Yep, exactly. That's one of those cool things. You get to a certain size, and then like the community starts just feeding you all kinds of ideas. You take the best of them and you build them. Yeah, it's fun. What's your plan right now? Yeah, indeed.
Email Mark at DIBLA.SI. It's my name with some special characters. You don't have my phone to go.
No, it's not .er.
Yeah, that's how you're up. Eritrea? I think there is one. I don't know. I had a friend whose last name was Smith, and so we were looking into like, hey, what's that? Thailand. Really? It's Thailand. Even if you are a legitimate company in Thailand, it's almost impossible to get a .th. You have to have a like .com.th for a certain amount of time. You have to have one for at least 3 years, and you have to be like so profitable.
Yeah, it's like legit.
If like Thailand has this version of Google, and they New York. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Only one person.
Yeah, it's looks like it's broadcasting. The taste of life.
Hey, just hold on. If anyone is watching this, go to Zapier.com and connect together the tools you use for your work.
Indeed, it's the best.
I think it's gone for a long time. Because when I pulled it up on my phone, it's like showing what was on maybe 20 years ago.
Nice duality, man. I dig it.
Do you know anybody that works there?
Yeah, I know a couple people.
Yeah, do you know Gordon? He used to work there. Gordon sounds, what's the last name? Is that first name? Really neat. He's done a lot of acting.
You work there?
I just have one. We went to a wedding.
Yeah, I know Ben. No, Ben, no. That's his name, right? He's the CEO. Ben,
M-I-L-N-E, right?
Yeah.
Who's the three?
I used to go all the time. Yeah, coming out tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's doing okay. help out. All of the above, maybe. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next 25 ideas. So that should be like 26 through 51. Go top data round, and then we'll give the stickers out for voting.
I didn't really have a business idea, but I want to do live video. I had an interview with Twitch on Wednesday.
Oh,
and I really want to be like, hey, yeah. Well, I don't think she's pro. I really want to.
That's good anyway.
There's no switching sides. There's no rules. There's no rules. I gotta go do it. My just really just told that there are rules and not no rules. I gotta go feel questions.
Cool.
What were you guys' names?
Wait.
Mike. Yeah. Great to meet you. You too. See I was talking about her. He was like, can't vote for your own after the that. Don't vote more than once for ripped up pieces after the that.
Yeah, it's like all of them.
All the check boxes. Opposite of what you told me to do.
Pretty much, yeah. It worked out. So, there are no rules. Do it makes sense.
There are some nuggets of wisdom there, but it is. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's.
You can't say fail, right? We're not here to fail. I'm here to say fail. We're here to try to. Outcome might not be what you want. Bro. I hope
Here it is. Maybe I would have been more receptive to like taking any advice. Compared to like what they did tips.
Yep.
Like last year they did it like as a society.
All the years. Gene, how you doing, man?
My annual meeting.
I know.
Good to see you.
I was live tweeting you.
That's good.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been great. On some new stuff this year. Yeah, so it's been great. People seem to love it, so
It all work.
it all works. No bugs. Bug-free software.
I'm like doing 3 minutes.
Yeah. So you get to travel around the world to make all this work? Or I try not to travel too much. But we did just take the teams Whistler in August. So we do the retreats, twice a year. So we went to Whistler up near, Vancouver. Oh man, that's awesome. Have you ever been there?
I've never been all over to Whistler.
Yeah.
I've been to Vancouver,
Sure. So it's like a 2-hour drive kind of north of me.
Beautiful Canada.
Oh my God, so beautiful. I was yeah. Amazing. I was just like, this place is gorgeous. Cool. The retreat was great too, of course. But beautiful part of the world.
Good stuff.
And then we're doing some research on our next one. I think our next one's going to be near San Antonio, Texas. So not quite as cool as Whistler, but still fun. So.
So what was the new thing you launched?
We launched a Chrome extension called Push, which lets you run Zaps on demand. Right? So previously they run on a schedule, right? So they just kind of run. But now, like if you don't want them to run on a schedule, you just want to say, I want to run it right now. You can just push a button and it runs right that instant. So it's super helpful for like these tasks that are infrequent, but are still important and annoying, where you just be like, all right, I need to run this script now, or run this report right now, or generate this notification now.
And so you're
everybody should be getting some stickers right now.
Specifically for developers?
No, it's got for anybody.
Get some stickers, start
You can
voting.
use it. Yeah, anyone that just kind of uses, if you're using tools like Gmail and Evernote, Dropbox, and MailChimp, and Salesforce, and whatnot. Yeah, you can use Zapier pretty much. So you got about a million and a half or so. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm good to go.
Are all 51 ideas up here now?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was just cool.
Yeah, so it's going good. Yeah.
How about like judging the drawing?
Yeah. You should just get a pack of them and load them up on one idea. I only, unless you give me more of it, I don't feel.
Judge should be better.
Yeah,
I need at least as many as they do. So to make sure I feel like
we were laughing because he was like, you can't do it late to the post it. I've never heard of anyone doing that. We did it. We did it. Yes.
we grabbed a handful and we just put them
there was a whole chunk and we weren't gonna win.
we weren't
gonna win. So
we were the number 10 idea. Like they went in order of sticking pushing us. We were at the very bottom of the list. And the only reason we were on the list.
Because we were all the way through the hall.
Yeah.
No one was walking.
No one walked all the way down.
Because all the no, everything was in this room except for like 3 ideas. So no one was walking down there. So like, there's no way we're gonna get any post-it notes. So we just found a stack of them and just like, well, look, now we're gonna work on it. Right? See, that's right. Sometimes you gotta bend the rules a little in your favor.
There's no rules in startups.
Yeah, as long as you're not breaking the law, right?
That's right.
You gotta take the breaks that they give you. We need a few more.
No, we don't have enough. Hey, no hands.
I got 6. If anyone comes up and asks for them from me, I'm not
That's the only way they're going to get handed out.
Yeah, I'm not going to put them on the wall. If someone wants them from me and they ask for them, I'll do them.
So are you all mentors this weekend?
Yeah,
or
mentor.
judges?
He's judging.
Oh, you're
One
judging?
of the judges.
Cool.
It'll be interesting.
I did that one year. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Apparently there's a rubric I'm supposed to be using, but I'm not
It
sure.
gets kind of tricky too at points because you're like, at a certain point, it's like,
yeah.
These all, a few of them have like some promise, and so you kind of just say like, well, this one seems like it might be the best, but it could be, any of them.
You don't know. Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's enough wiggle room. So the judging rubric is the starting point.
Well, the year I did it, was a whole bunch of them that weren't.
Yeah, there's always like half of them you can just chop off.
I forget what it was. Maybe it was 10 to 12.
okay, well, seriously study those, and then you work on those and pick out 3 or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then you usually have 1 or 2 that stand out for a certain reason.
Yeah, that's right.
There's flaws with all of them, right? You know, it's like,
Oh,
this might not work for this or that reason, but hopefully you can find 1 or 2 reasons why it might work.
Yep.
It's like, well, if this domino falls for him, like, it's a pretty good shot, right?
So how many of the original Zapier people are still with Zapier?
The 3 founders are still.
All 3 are still there.
Yeah, Brian's around here somewhere.
This weekend too. The first time I think he's been back since.
Yeah, he's had a wedding the last one, and then
okay.
he was at like another event from the one before, so he hasn't made it back
the
last couple ones. I mean, we're all through this
Well,
week.
congratulations to you guys then.
I think
cool.
You know, he's talking about that, founding issues, right? It's the
Oh,
most
yeah.
common
Oh, yeah.
reason. We just
Yeah.
lucked out. Like, we just all genuinely like each other, so.
Especially since like I met you
I know,
for the
right?
first
That was
time
the first time I
in
met
that
you,
hallway.
too.
Yeah.
Which is, I knew Brian for a while.
I knew Brian, so I think that's bad.
Yeah, mutual friend. So
Yeah.
it helps establish some
trust.
That's a cool story. We met in the hallway.
Yeah.
And out of that came a company. Okay.
You get lucky sometimes, right? Not everything works just perfectly.
No.
So. You work hard and you get a lot of luck, yeah.
Well, looks like the voting started. I better go in there and vote.
Yep.
You seen the food truck outside yet?
I see it's out there.
It's all prepaid too.
Yeah, I'm at that stage in life I can't consume as many calories as I used to.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
I'm definitely there too, but sometimes I ignore it.
I do
It hit
too.
me at about 25 was when I started realizing like
Well,
I can't eat like I did in college, right?
To me, it was sort of every decade of my life.
Yeah, it was a
I
degree.
had to cut back on something.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't, I was just going to swell up.
Yep.
So last weekend, my wife and I went to New Orleans for a few days.
Yeah.
So this week, I've sort of had
It's
to
like
back
that
off.
was the one weekend of the year where it's like, all right, I'll indulge.
Oh, it was
a
good
little.
food. That was a good stuff.
Yeah.
And I got to back off a little bit.
Well, this is the one weekend we get back to Columbia, so every time we come back, I'm like, I gotta hit up my spots, right?
Right.
So
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yep.
we've already done 44 Stone, we did Shakespeare's, we
Yep.
hit up Broadway Brewery.
So did you go to the new Shakespeare's downtown?
I haven't been there. We went to the one West. We went to West. Yeah.
So they tore down the building the Shakespeare
Yeah, I'd
was
heard
in,
that,
and,
yeah.
and then built
Put
this
some
apartments above it. But Kurt Merching and the team there took pictures of everything it would look like, numbered all the bricks and everything. And so when you walk in there now, it looks just like it
It's
looked.
just the same, yeah.
Just the same,
That's-
except when you walk around, there's more space in the back now.
Cool.
Just
Well, that's cool
replicating
to have
the-
that like tradition there, right?
They have the tradition, but it's much better space now than it was
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
too. It's much better space. too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey.
Hey. What did you do to your phone?
I told it yesterday.
Oh, no.
The first time I've ever like had
Hey,
a
man, I
cracked
came
screen.
from it, too.
I know. Well,
Saturday.
Hey, good news. iPhone just came out.
Gideon's also up for paperwork, so.
That's why you did it. You're like, screw this. Going to get
Well,
a
I
new
drop
one.
it all the time, so it's nothing new. But there's the one time that it just, yeah. So I was like, I don't have time to fix it.
But it still works, right?
It still works.
Still works. That's what matters. You kind of have to like read between the lines a
Yeah,
little.
there was like one text that came through with like Google like code, and I was like, well, this one I have to really like look at.
Yep.
Nobody wants these votes.
No one asked for one.
Wait, you gotta get in front of the camera. What are you doing?
I already have.
I already pitched up here.
I danced in front of it.
Good.
We pitched some Coke. We pitched some Zapier. Yo, yo.
Yeah, I'm heading out. Great to see you, Wade.
Yeah. Safe travels to St. Louis. Get some nice new tires or whatever.
I might try. Say what?
Get some nice new tires, right?
Yeah, right. I might see you guys here tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stop by on my way back.
Tell Matt we say hey.
You won't waste my time. You might fail, but you won't waste my time. You're just like, no,
There's a problem, dude. You got buses. Stop parking your
What? What's the question? You're supposed to vote with us. Yeah, I mean, somebody walked up to me and was like, biscuit truck? So I got it.
You just could swing your vote. We got 7.
We got swing stickers here. Well, you stand there and be like, who's motivated? I don't want to do that. Vote again. You're not motivated.
Somebody really motivated to come get them.
If you don't, yeah, it's like if you're motivated, you just come take them. Yeah, you just buy like, yeah, I want those. I'm gonna need those. What's the right one? I don't know. Nobody wants to. So it's kind of a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a tight hole. I guess I can't do it in here anymore because of the equipment that's going on.
I thought everything was open except for the second floor.
And even that rule is flexible.
Yeah, I saw people up there. It seemed fine.
They didn't get in trouble.
Nobody. They couldn't work at BU.
Potentially. Or maybe not. I don't know.
That's one point in time. Everyone's worked it.
Yeah. He is the Adam and Eve of everyone in Columbia's workers.
Yeah, if you don't have a stick, it didn't work.
Garage. Well, maybe we can open, and I'm willing to talk to them and give them a cut. So they keep that spot so no one takes it from you. By giving extra revenue to them, they'd be more than happy to do that. So please join, take my spot. Thank you.
I was waiting for the time. My name's Eric. I'm from Nashville. As you guys know, I recently broke up with my ex. Yeah, it's not funny. And so this app is to help me forget about it. Or
Yeah,
help me
it's
forget
YouTube.
about it. And so,
I honestly don't know what it's
yeah,
running
so,
on.
I don't know if you guys
This
are
is crazy
interested,
though. Look,
but
it has like
it's an awesome case.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
I pulled it up on my phone earlier.
Yeah.
My name is John. I'm from Kansas City. And if you're anything like me or most people, the one thing that you hate more than paying for flights is actually dealing with the airlines, dealing with credit cards, dealing with customer service agents, trying to set up your strategy. So that's what we're really all about, is trying to kind of offer a personalized service to kind of streamline your travel process, while minimizing
and then
costs.
annotate
I'm looking for
at
developers
like the
and I'm looking
beginning
for
of each
business
pitch.
people as well.
Just so people can like scrub through to each pitch.
That's really smart. Like so you can see like.
Yeah.
Like a
Hey y'all, my name's
Like,
Chelsea.
especially like
I want
people
to
might want to
match
watch the pitches
influencers
because
with
they
a
don't want to
large
watch like 40 minutes of pitches. They just want to watch
with
the
Columbia
ones
on
they
the
care about.
right now.
Just like click on the name of the business
This
and
weekend
it
we
goes
already
straight
made
to
money,
that.
and if that business is interested, Peggy Jean's Pie told me I could take whatever from their case tomorrow morning. So if you want some pie, that'll be fun. So yeah, I just want to make sure that we break the authenticity barrier with these influencers here in Columbia.
Hey guys, so this is Play Draft, and if you like music and to drink and you want to have fun, here we are. So, yeah.
Hello, my name is Matt. I live in Bar Harbor, Maine. I am pitching machine learning for everyone. So if you have ever heard of a business that doesn't know what to do with their data or just doesn't know how to solve a problem or how to analyze it, please talk to me. Everyone on my team will get to share this entire model.
Hello, I'm Greg. My idea is Losers Up. This is a ridiculous idea. There's really no need in the market for this, but there's a lot of things that have no need that people love. It's hilarious. It's going to be entertaining. I'm actually a mechanical engineer. I know programming. I know web design. I will help build this idea. This is going to be a real thing. Like, we can make this. It's so simple. and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna get drunk, we're gonna have fun. If you guys like to make up hilarious things and make fun of people, please join my team. I need developers. Boom.
Airbnb for hunting, the hunting industry, so micro-land leases. We need developers and legal if possible. Thanks, guys.
Hey, very nice to see you. We are helping nurses tell parents that their babies are doing great. We're looking for someone marketing business side, and we're also looking for designers to join us. So we think it's a great chance. We think this really, really has a chance to go somewhere. So if you're serious, please join us.
Yeah.
Sorry, clapping along with you.
Josh Kaplan +1. Dating app actually focused on dating, need front end, back end developers, so people know how to build a database, preferably familiar with Ionic, and so we can help them get over this. Sorry.
Are you done? Yeah.
Started yet. Okay. My name is Dylan. This is 180 Gram. I'm the monthly vinyl subscription service. It's like music. If you like vinyl, you don't know what that is, I can tell you all about it. But if you do, and you want some every month, and we can just have a big listening party, I'll bring my record player and bring your vinyl, and we'll just listen to music all weekend and help us out and talk to people. Thanks.
I just wanted to answer a couple quick questions as of the grade in the hall. So with the video data business, there is an open source app right now that collects as a data logger for Android and iPhone. I just don't know how to connect that to create my own app. And then also, I know a lot about video streaming, video storage, and we're not planning on storing and streaming all the video. We can integrate with the YouTube API and video API, and then for premium type services, we would post the videos locally into data points.
All right, good job.
Okay, anybody else? Washer? Yeah. Sorry.
Anybody else? Last call? I don't know. All right, let's give one big round of applause for these guys.
Let's go, George. We're doing it.
Make it clear that the top 12, 11, 12 are the ones that you guys voted on. There are people up here that still want to work on their event, and so you guys need to have a couple people on your team to be able to present. So just wanted to make sure you guys know that some of these are up here because we have a good idea and we believe in it, and that's awesome, and some of them are you guys voted for, so just keep that in mind. So we're going to have everybody move around the room so you guys can integrate and grab your teams. Once you guys have put your name down on a piece of paper, come find me as an organizer, and we will secure that as your team. So from that point on, if you guys want to get started, claim your space and start working,
Their papers got taken down.
and figure out how long your team's going to be with us, what's happening next. So,
woo! Go make some awesome
three
stuff!
people on your team to be able to continue through the weekend.
Our piece of paper was on the wall, and then now it's not on the wall. I don't know what happened.
Yay! We can still build things. 10:36. We can go build things now. Oh my God. That photo was doing it. That was before it even started. We're like freaking fortune tellers.
I like that you were like listening to the next. You saw it coming. Completely different concept. Well, see what happens.
I'll go pop up the teams individually. Hey, look, don't worry about that bro up there. Being negative. Make some awesome stuff.
Better
Oh yeah.
Like, that whole speech just reminds me of something that like, look, just come tell me.
Hey, what's up, man?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Hey, yeah, thanks for coming, man. Hope you have a good time. What are you gonna work on? You know what you're gonna work on?
Doing the sharing the parking spot.
Oh, nice. There you go, man. I love it. Good luck. Should I just go ask?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I was thinking like it's weird for them to give like their little 20-minute spiel about who they're going to talk about.
I mean, I guess they need to like give some basic ideas. A lot of that people over the email and then they go straight to
I remember from years ago, like, they would talk about the weekend, talk about why Startup Weekend was awarded through talk about the sponsors, and then they usually pitch something that they were doing too. Here's why I usually did.
You tear up the secret out to get your photos. I don't want to know where you're gonna go.
The very first thing you said was like, don't feel it's a terrible thing because it's negative. And I'm like, they use a lot of the most negative introduction I've ever heard.
What's the deal, guys? Oh, yeah?
I know there's like, oh, someone's there. They see us. So I never made it like this either.
Once you guys have formalized your team and have your team together, I'm finding in the staff room where we wrote the names on it.
Awesome, thanks guys for sponsoring me.
Okay, yeah. As soon as on your team officially.
Yeah, awesome, dude. Yeah, good luck. Thank you. Way to take control.
Good job.
Heidi, why didn't you do all the talking? Wouldn't have.
Remember, 3 or more when you're allowed to continue. 3 or more.